Hello everyone, pkmnMasterWheeler here, back for another exciting episode of Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke mode. Last time, tragedy struck, and we have a whole new team now.
I didn't mean to laugh at tragedy stuck. I meant to laugh at the fact that you were aimed at the front, which you had just said it never aims you at the front, and it landed like almost perfectly at the front. But
Tails.
Unfortunately, you were talking about tragedy struck.
Tails, how could you? We didn't talk about that in the video. We could have just had like a clean, perfect intro with the 6 pose to the front,
Nope.
but you had to destroy it.
Absolutely, I absolutely did that on purpose. You're welcome. Anyway, hi, I'm here. I'm still here and not fired yet somehow. Isn't it amazing? Follow your dreams, kids. If I can do it, so can you.
This is why we don't pay her.
Oh yeah, this is why you don't pay me. Sure.
Well, anyways, this is what the team looks like. Tails, very peacefully peaceful. I don't know why I said peacefully peaceful because you literally just used experience candy, so it was literally peacefully peaceful.
As everything with me is.
Especially Splatoon. Anyways, everyone's
Splatoon.
everyone's up to level. It was done outside of the game, so yeah, if you don't like that. We may still lose anyways. Just gonna make sure my brain was mixing up the icons on these, so I was like, why is the charcoal on lantern? Anyways, tragedy struck, but now it's time to game. Where is everyone? Does it say anything yet? No? Okay. Well, guess here we go. Up first is Nessa with Golisopod, which is really just like the Pokemon that made me take Pikachu off the team.
Lyra, that seems so specific. Why would Golisopod make you want to take your Pikachu off the team?
Let's just say Golisopod versus Pikachu is part of the reason Golden Sun exists.
Terrifying.
So anyways, everyone can fear that until what's that third island called? Ula.
Bold of you to assume I remember any of the island's names, let alone which one is which.
Happy says, do they die? All caps, 3 question marks, Lyra, question mark, exclamation point. Anyways, the time for waiting is over. The finals for the Champion Cup are about to begin. The 2 trainers that face each other in the first battle of the first round are the trainer endorsed by the champion himself, Challenger Lyra. Our opponent is the Raging Wave, the Master of Water types, Nessa. What's crack-a-lackin'? I can tell you've grown far stronger since you faced me in Hullberry Stadium. I've got to hand it to our undefeated champion. He's got a proper eye for talent too. You're not the champion, and you'll never become the champion either. You know why? It's because I, Nessa, am going to defeat both you and Leon. I'm not going to underestimate you again. I'll use Dynamax to wash you out to sea and beyond to the horizon. She probably should have said she was going to use Gigantamax. Because she's implying she's doing something different. Which she is. She did in Gigantamax last time.
I like this pose with her, but her pose midway through where the leggy is up, it haunts me.
That's valid. So you might be disappointed, but I'm gonna wash your team away. Sorry, that speech bubble does not stay on screen, so I had to just finish it.
Something doesn't help that it lingers on that shot with her leggy all the way up.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's just part of one big motion, I don't think it wouldn't be so bad, but the fact that it sits there is like, oh god.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely this fact that it lingers. That's the problem. It'd be fine if it was just emotion. Barrascuda.
Emergency exit. In the anime, didn't one of them emergency exit or like run out and like leave leave a steel type to take a fire move? No, it's not even steel. It was like a steel bug type.
Yes.
So it's even meaner.
The Glycopod emergency exited out, but honestly, it's with the way the Pokemon anime portrays how Pokemon can just voluntarily enter and exit their Pokeballs. It didn't even make it. The only reason you could tell it was emergency exit rather than just it being a chicken and running away was the fact that it dragged Scissor out. Also, it was a Fire Blast from Ash's Torracat. Ash's Torracat being able to later go toe to toe with what's his face? What's his name? Kukli's Incineroar, which is champion ace level.
Scissor and it died on the spot.
and it died. Yeah. Pokemon anime very rarely one-hit KOs, and that was when it does, it's usually a 4-time weakness.
I just remember seeing that GIF set. And everybody being like, "Bro, you didn't have to do it to him like this."
Well, I have mixed feelings about that fight. It's not. It's pretty good and all. But man, it is that singular fight probably is the start of the power scaling logic in Journeys in general. Because it's a 2-on-2 fight, and Glycopod emergency exits out Scizor to get one shot. So so Ash 2v1 with a Pokemon that beats Tapu Koko later, and a Pokemon that beats an ace of a character who's basically champion level later. Both of those Pokemon barely beat this one Pokemon.
Okay, that is.
And it is all raw brute force power.
Yeah, that does sound like the beginning of some of Journey's issues.
It just has character growth, development, and just like altogether, just like reasonable characterization to cover it up, which Journeys does not.
Yeah.
Like, power scaling wise, it's stupid. But narrative wise, it makes sense why they did that. A lot of the stuff they do in Journeys, they just do for the battle, therefore making the stupid power scaling just stupid.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings about the league overall, and the Glycopod said F you to a Z move and cut it in half in Lana's fight, hurting the Primarina in the process. Javier brought this up earlier of something, a brutal beatdown to a Primarina.
Oh yeah, that was... looks like my one Pokemon left something crimes. Also, you know, remember
saving it for last.
Remember earlier in the fight? Not in the fight, earlier in the stream before the episode, where you're like, just wanted to make sure you didn't forget to evolve your Nuzleaf.
So, Myra.
What's up?
About your Nuzleaf.
That's fine. Everything is fine. Flood the stadium, make it our ocean. Dreadnought, time to Gigantamax. Wow, that'd be very convenient for me. Like Lantern technically should not be swimming right now. And you become bipedal. The scourge of fire starter appreciators across the land.
Was there anything different about Gigantamax Pokemon other than how they look?
They have one unique move each.
Okay.
Like one of their Gigantamax moves is a unique Gigantamax move instead of the normal one,
Okay.
which very frequently makes them worse. Because a lot of the Dynamax moves are just so busted that not getting them sometimes makes them worse. Pikachu, for example, can paralyze any Pokemon with this move, which means it now can, outside of double battles, can exclusively paralyze electric types.
Okay.
How it couldn't?
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh no, that went pretty well considering I forgot to evolve my ace for taking down her Dreadnought. Yeah, no problem having her Surge in my. No, it's no wonder you want it. Shout out to all the water Dynamax move hyping up, and then she used the rock one.
Even she in water type power, and that's what failed her.
Yes, fine. And the winner is Lyra. She defeated Nessa during the gym challenge and now pulled it off again. And your Pokemon just too much. Even with my Dynamax partner, or Gigantamax, since that's the only actual difference between this and the last fight. You weathered our waves and stood firm. Now I think about Sunny was saying something about how amazing you were. Wish I paid more attention to what she was talking about. Dialogue box that I missed. You defeated my team, so now I've got to ride that current all the way to the end. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Second battle, first round will begin shortly. I thought, there we go. Okay, the person, okay, that's perfect. The name that my Discord name is covering up is my own name, so
Beautiful.
it's just a stand-in. So it was B versus Gordy, and B won. Raihan versus Milo, and Raihan won. And Piers versus Kabu, and Piers won.
Huh. For some reason, if you told me Piers versus Kabu, I genuinely couldn't tell you which one of those I think would win.
Yeah. It's interesting because Piers has... No, he doesn't. Well, he does and he doesn't. I was like, oh, he has a type advantage. He doesn't because it's fire, but he does because his ace is bug. Yeah. Piers also...
Personality-wise... Go ahead.
Piers also refuses to Dynamax, so...
Mm-hmm. Character-wise, B and Raihan winning their battles fits very much to, especially against Milo and Gordy as characters.
Yeah. Anyways, these are our results for our first round. Does it heal us automatically? It does! It does heal us automatically. What is jaw lock?
Dang, that HP. Oh, hey, Colossal also has a ton of HP.
I don't actually expect Colossal to have more HP, so...
Lanterns pre-evolution are very adorable. Good point, good point.
Dreadnaught's G-Max move is G-Max Stone Surge, a water type attack. Back. This move scatters sharp rocks around the field. Is that?
Water type, but stealth rock?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's water type move plus stealth rock. Happy screams Lyra evolved, which I say I definitely 100% remembered without you reminding me. You didn't need to scream it at me. Come on, guys.
Oh my god, Lyra, I genuinely thought you were in here to evolve them. I thought you were in here to evolve them.
What?
Lyra!
Daisy's
Lyra!
evolving! Wow, he's
Oh
Zoe! Isn't that great, guys? Isn't that just neato? Wowzers. Look at how cool that is. Daisy evolved. Look at that. Our Nuzlocke evolved into Nuztree. Wowzers, Shifty Scatter will be added to the Pokedex. Pokemon that was feared as a Forest Guardian can read the foe's mind and take preemptive action. Daisy wants to learn Leaf Tornado. Is that worthwhile?
Glad you remembered to evolve the Pokemon.
Right? So great.
Leaf Tornado is special. With special attack at 124, it's not bad if somebody puts up something like Reflect. It's definitely not worth it to replace Leaf Blade.
Does anything is... Here's the question. Do we think anything... Do we think the AI is going to put up Reflect?
Good question. Probably not.
I also have Leaf Blade and the Scope Lens, which I believe is a 50% chance to crit, which will ignore the reflect anyways.
Where's Cat? Hi, I saw you. Come here. I have a cat. Everything is good now. I have a cat. Literally, nothing bad can happen while I have a cat.
That sounds like what a dork would say.
A dork who is correct.
Oh, here's the real question. Hurricane, okay.
How are we doing, party people? We're doing great.
We're doing
Also,
much.
Andrew's-
We're doing much. You know, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Andrew says, teach stealth rocks to Colossal. We can't do that right now. But in the future, not a bad idea. We literally cannot leave the league.
Unless it's...
You did, I'm sorry. Go
No, I
ahead.
don't want to favor that. Unless it is a... By name, it's actually easier to find than by name.
Also, Artemy, I'm sorry you did miss your wife. You just missed her. We just beat Nessa.
Okay, yeah. No stealth rocks, alas. That's me, alas.
That's you.
Alright, I think the best start here... Wait, let me... Now that we're actually doing fights, and I'm, like, actually needing to, like... man... One quality of life thing I'm, like, really missing from Scarlet and Violet right now... Sweet. Is you can literally just go to the Pokemon, go to their moves, and hit teach move, and it can teach move from TMs, and you can scroll through only the TMs they can learn. Okay. I think we're set. Yeah, just
Guys,
save
my
here.
cat is licking my hand.
Are we ready for round 2, guys?
My cat's licking my hand. I'm ready for anything.
Are we ready for round 2, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the second match of the finals of the remaining challengers. Which two will be left for the last match? If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we witnessed quite a surprise during the finals here at the Cheers Champion Cup as the former gym challenger Bede stormed the stage, but Lyra was having none of it. Well, I mean, I was having a lot of it, unfortunately, much to my chagrin. This year's top challenger made quick work of him. Oh, it wasn't quick. Before washing away, hey, gym leader Nessa, I will concede to washing away Nessa as I used one Pokemon for her. On the other side,
Luckily,
we have...
Luckily, it only took one Pokemon, because for some reason your other one planned for it, which wasn't quite up to snuff.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, let's hear about Gym Leader B, everyone. Oh, we're just
Hmm.
hearing it for Gym Leader B. We gave a big introduction for me, but she's God, that was the Gym Leader. I promise you my attacks will shake your very soul this time. May the best trainer win. Javier asks, wasn't that in Generation 6 and 7? I don't think so. I don't think there was an option to go into your Pokemon's thing and hit Teach Move by TM and scroll only through the TMs they knew. Or only through the TMs they could learn. Yeah, map, one minute, I mean, but this is where things get serious or something like that if you actually talk too fast for me to see. Anyways.
This is where I can show you what I can do when I'm serious.
Oh god, no. It's fine. She wasn't serious enough. Weak. Feeble. Anyways, we got distracted, but we were mentioning the the Guzma Galisopod Primarina fight and how it was unnecessarily brutal. Yeah, so I get the idea. I really do. They wanted to show off how brutal, Guzma was when fighting. But I do think it would have been better to have, Lana fight someone else. Because, right here. Oh yeah, that was Guzma's second fight, and his first fight was against Alima with Mega Kangaskhan. And in that fight, you know Mega Kangaskhan, the baby fights as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, in that fight, Guzma was using a baby as a meat shield, and I feel like that did the job well enough.
Oh god. That's awful. I love it.
Yeah. So
That's terrible.
so anyways, I feel like that fight did the job of Guzma is unfair and brutal in the way he approaches Pokemon fights, and we didn't really need Lana's Primarina getting bullied.
It sounds like from the way that it's being described that maybe it's more, because there is something underhanded about using the baby as the meat shield, but there's something like super brutal about the way the Primarina went down. Was like the kind of like brutality shown in that first fight.
That's true, but Ash actually fought Guzma before the Pokemon League, and we saw that level of brutality when he fought Ash's Pikachu.
Oh, okay.
I guess it wasn't that level because it was pretty gnarly. But there was a lot of I don't think what we gained from that brutal fight was as worth what we could have gained from Lana fighting someone else.
Okay.
I especially personally believe that Kukui should have been a part of the Pokemon League rather than the reward for winning it in the fight afterwards. Because of the way they did it, Pikachu, the best Pikachu has ever done in any Pokemon League ever, in terms of earning Ash a win, is top 4, and that's his permanent best. For now on, because
Kukui isn't technically part of the league.
yeah. Javier also brings up also why did Ash fight Faba? Why is Faba in the Pokemon League at all? So anyways, you could very easily bump all of Ash's matches back around and knock the Faba fight off and have the Kukui fight as the finals and lose nothing. There would be you would have to shift around a lot of the other fights. I didn't see what I was fighting. Artemir brings up, I can see that. On the other hand, Kukui created the Alola League, so him being the final opponent fits. And here's my criticism with that. So here's the thing. The Alola League, it's a little bit messy of a tournament arc because Pokemon sucks at a tournament arc, but it is a fairly satisfying conclusion to Alola as an isolated thing. Unfortunately, the Pokemon League is not an isolated thing. This is something they've been building up for 20 years. So as an isolated end to Alola, yeah, it works. But as like, ow. As a ending to the 20-year. Oh, and also defeated God and gets champion worthy. I mean, that it's not really about that. It's about the fact that he didn't win. It is the fact that it was not a part of the Pokemon League. Like, it's Ash versus Kukui is basically just a for fun fight. Like, there are no stakes. There's no. It's just for fun. Like the only stakes that have been introduced, which in fairness is better than is infinitely better than the inverse, which is what Journeys gave us. Is the just like the character stakes of student surpassing the master-esque stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, if you're going to pick one or the other, it's better to pick the character-driven emotional stakes over the stakes are winning.
So, question:
Answer.
Was the champion title not on the line with the Kukui fight?
It is never it is never established to be such. It is just painted as a exhibition match for fun afterwards.
That's so silly, considering they could have taken that directly from the game, and that's the you becoming the champion is the Kukui fight. They could have just done that.
I still don't think it would have worked. Like one of my core issues is just that Ash has been trying to beat the Pokemon League for 20 years, and him being the Pokemon League for the first time ever is the B plot. It's the side thing. It's the thing for. It's there's Pikachu, his starter. There's Torracat, which gets the most character development. So it's like the C Pokemon, Lycanroc, who gets the Pokemon League win. It's like he's got more character development than most Pokemon Ash owns, and everyone in Journeys. But it's compared to it's the emotional bait is set outside of the goal Ash has been working towards for the entire show. Which is my biggest issue with the Pokemon, with the Alola League. That all of the most of the emotional stakes for this series, most of the plot lines they have set up that conclude after Ash has already finished his goal. He's been, again, going for the past 20 years in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, if you look at Alola as an isolated thing, it works fine. Like there's if you just like ignore the fact that this is the 3 versus 3 Ash versus Gladion fight was the culmination of 20 years of and over 1,000 episodes of show, and it's just yeah, everything makes sense. Like everything Artemir is saying is true. If Alola were the only series, there would be absolutely nothing wrong with. Well, there would be stuff wrong. It's still a mediocre tournament arc. Honestly, there are definitely highlights. I don't know if I'd say mediocre. I'd say it's probably aboutish the same as the what's it called? The sports festival in My Hero Academia. Excuse me, I've just watched that, so that's what's on my mind. We're just like half the fights are great, and the other half are like just kind of there. Oh God, Tails, you there? Tails, speak to me.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Hello.
I can hear you again. Hello.
Hello.
Your strength nearly made me want to turn and run in my bare feet.
Be confused with the
I don't
bare
like
feet.
that line. I don't like that. I don't like that line.
At least it's not the Unova League, Javier says. At least it's not the Masters 8 tournament, Javier says. I mean, what? Anyways, B has been defeated. Challenger Lyre has shown her skill. Thank you for a wonderful match. I really enjoyed battling you and your team. I was sad I lost, but I also feel so satisfied and so refreshed. In a way, I guess you could say, hey, it was the best sort of match anyone could ever hope for. I hope that you'll meet many more trainers and have many more matches in the future, and I hope that every one of those encounters will nourish your spirit. Look at me and Raihan just running from opposite ends of the bracket to fist fight. Whoa,
Dramatic look, you know?
yeah. Well, Raihan gloriously defeated Piers.